Welcome to the online classes. Dear students, today we are doing to the experiment, that is the viscosity of water by capillary flow method. The aim of the experiment is to determine the coefficient of viscosity of water by Poiseuille's capillary flow method. You know, viscosity of a liquid or finding different methods are there. Here it is a method, Poiseuille's capillary flow method. Apparatus required to do this experiment is an aspirator bottle, capillary tube, beaker, measuring jar, stop clock and travelling microscope. Okay, this is the diagram represent this experiment. The bottle, here it is an aspirator bottle, as shown in the diagram it is an aspirator bottle. This is a measuring jar and these are the particular, this aspirator bottle is connected to a bottom capillary tube and the particular inside the capillary tube small hole is there. That whole diameter we have to find out using R1, R2 reading, R3, R4 reading, that is represented through the diagram. Okay, now we are moving to the experimental setup. See here, this is an viscosity of capillary flow method. This is an aspirator bottle, you have to see in the video, and this is an stopwatch and this is a measuring jar and here it is a beaker. See how to do this experiment. See, before going to the experiment, we want to know about the tabular column. See, in the tabular column, what is there in the tabular column here? So, if trial number H1, H2, that is the height of your water level. That is the first height is H1 and second height is in H2, and mean value H and time taken to flow of in water, that is in time, and V is the volume of a column and HT by V is the complete calculated tabular column. Okay, now we are moving to the how to do this experiment. See, this is the scale, it has to be attached to the aspirator bottle, you have to see clearly. This is a centimeter scale and here the water level up to the 10.3, exactly 10.3 is there, the water level inside the aspirator bottle. We have to, cap is here and the flow of water is flowing in the capillary tube in the particular bottom of an aspirator bottle. See here, first we have to take a time, 60 seconds. We have to start the stopwatch and it is started as in 60 seconds counts, and we have to keep the flow of in water from the aspirator bottle. It has to be adjusted, drop by drop water we have to getting from the aspirator bottle, and then that collected water is going to the clean beaker, and then that collected water we have to measure using a measuring jar. That measuring jar will give us the volume of in water. So you have to notice here, after the 60 seconds, you have to collect the water in a beaker. So this water we have to keep on a measuring jar. Keep it on a measuring jar. Pour that water in a measuring jar, and after the 60 seconds, how much the water is there, that is the volume of a water from this beaker. And then here is the measuring particular scale. When the water is flowing out, after a 60 seconds, the height is getting reduces. That height is taken as an H2. First height is before collecting the water, that is H1, and after collecting the water, the height is getting reduces, that should be written as an H2. That is tabular column, it has shown in the figure. See, 12.5 is the before collecting the water. After collection of an water, 12.2, it has to be 12.2. We have to repeat the experiment for a 60 seconds each. Up to the 5 readings we have to taken. Further, this is a capillary tube, you have to see inside the capillary tube small hole is there. That hole is particular capillary bore, we can call as an capillary bore. We have to measure that diameter of a capillary bore using a travelling microscope. Using a travelling microscope we have to find out particular top and bottom of a bore and sides, left side and right side. We are getting 4 readings, that is R1 and R2, R3 and R4. We have to see in here R1, R2, R3 and R4. Okay, this is the left edge, right edge, top edge and bottom edge. That is the 4 readings we have to get from the traveling microscope. And then here the diameter we have to calculate it using d1 d2 divided by 2, and radius we have to get d by 2. We have to get the radius of a capillary tube. Now different readings we have to take in and write in a tabular column. We have to calculate height, mean of these two, h1 and h2. Time you have to write each reading, and volume also how much the measuring jar ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಇದೆನೋ ಅದನ್ನು ಬರ್ಕೊತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. Then the last column, that is a calculated column, HT divided by V, we have to calculate using the calculator. We have to get the reading corresponding readings, and mean value of this particular reading we have to get mean of HT divided by V. Using the formula eta is equals to pi into rho g r to the power of 4 8L HT divided by V mean value. You know the constant values. There is the pi value and density of a water, that is also you know, gravity g 9.8, and then this is a particular radius we have to using the traveling microscope and use ಮಾಡಿ ತಗೊಂಡಿರೋ reading. Then 8L, that is the length of a water, and HT divided by V value, that is mean value from the tabular column. Using the calculator you have to calculate all values. You have to get finally the answer, viscosity of a water 11.25 into 10 power minus 4 Newton second per meter square. Okay, this is an experiment of a viscosity of a water by capillary flow method. Thank you.